Hi and welcome to my channel of Somatic Consent. So this is a video do-over of the Psoas Release exercise. So the other video is about 10 years old and I found it's about time to give you a newer version of this dynamics and the exercise. So if you have not seen it, it will be in the description, the link from the older video. It's the same dynamic, so I show you exactly how to do it and don't want to bombard you with too much information. If you would like to go straight into the exercise, just go forward. There is a timestamp here on the video where you can go straight into the exercise. And if you would like to hear a few things more, then please stay in. It takes about 2, 3, 4 minutes or something like that. So the psoas muscle is one of the longest muscle in our body. It has the connection from your upper body to your lower body to your legs. It comes from the lumbar spine and it clicks onto your funnel of your upper leg muscle. And it has the nickname, the muscle of the soul. And so this muscle is literally responsible for the fight-flight response, or running or kicking. And when you're having an impulse to try to run away or to kick and you can't do that, all this energy is stored into that muscle. And what we're going to do is we bring some compression and some stretch on that muscle so that when the muscle gets a little bit stressed, that it sends impulses to the brainstem. And this is what we're taking advantage of to generate the neurogenetic tremors. They come like waves and impulses, and you feel them mostly in your solar plexus, that they're coming out of nowhere. And it's the same part of your brain that is regulating your heartbeat and your breath impulses. So when you do this release exercise, you will feel these impulses shaking through your body and releasing tension everywhere. And that can feel quite scary for some people who have no experiences in that. So at any time during the exercise, if you feel overwhelmed, that's too much, you can't handle it, just bring your knees together, straighten your legs and pull your toes towards your nose and just relax into what is happening. So this is nothing scary here. It's a built-in mechanism. I call that biohacking to some degree. It's actually not. It's just a built-in mechanism that we just have forgotten. And in this exercise, you remember back how it feels that you have a built-in mechanism in your brainstem, in your nervous system that helps you to release from stress. So you find hundreds of responses in the older video that I've done in Bali 10 years ago, and people have amazing benefits out of that exercise. And if you feel like you benefit from that exercise as well, please write a comment here in that video and please share that with as many people as you like when you have a benefit out of that exercise. So the exercise goes about 45 to 50 minutes and please take that time. Don't rush, and you don't need a timer. I will guide you through and I will time you, and at the end, please take that time to integrate. Please lay down, rest for a moment, and after the exercise, really take it easy. So there's much more to say, but I would like to give you more the opportunity to have that experience. So let's get started and move straight in. So when you practice on your own, make sure you have a timer, a cushion, and a blanket if you need them. Put them somewhere where you can reach them easily. Make sure that you wear pants that are stretchable in the groin area. So first of all, bring your body weight on the outside of your feet. I show you how that looks like. You roll your feet from left to right, and when you roll it over that outside of your feet, you bring your body weight on that position, and it feels a little bit tensing and painful, and this is what we want to evoke. and roll from left to right while you rolling over this outside of your feet. So that your body weight is a straight line on that part of your feet, and only go as deep as your body allows. And we do that for about a minute or so. And then hold your hand on the wall, keep balance, one foot up, and then roll your body weight over your toes up about 10 to 15 times what feels comfortable for you. So the invitation is always to go to that edge and then change over to the other foot and do the same amount of exercises there. Then bring your body weight on one leg, your knees are bent, keep balance with your hand and with your feet, like you're sitting down on a chair. And do about 10 to 15, what feels comfortable for your strength. And just go to that edge of discomfort that you can feel in your legs when you do that. Change over to the other leg and do the same amount on that side too. Come slowly back in a standing position and spread your legs about 1 meter wide, and then with straight knees bring your upper body, your knee, towards your knee and take 3 to 5 deep breaths in your lower abdominal as if you're breathing through your pelvic. And change over to the other side. Same amount of breath there, 3 to 5. And then bring your hands between your feet, knees straight, and let's stretch this upper part of the backside of your legs. And then come slowly back in a standing position. Now bring your flat hands or your fists in your lower back and press your hips forwards while your chest is still up. And look over to your right side and take 3 to 5 deep breaths on this. And you feel this shivering and shaking already happening. And move over to the other side, same amount of breath there. Okay, and then we come into the wall sit position. So the feet are the length away from your upper legs from the wall. And we take a timer here for about 4 minutes. So when you do it on your own, please have a timer ready. I will time you now. So you feel this tension in your upper legs when you sit in that position. And you feel the shivering, and if you get your tongue out of your mouth, it can be very supportive for your vagus activity. And when you feel like it is too much, too intense, because it gets painful at one point, you move a little bit further up in a more comfortable position. And when you place your hands on your upper legs, you will feel that shivering and shaking already. So this muscle group is very much responsible for running and fighting. And there's a lot of energy stored. Take a few deep breaths in your lower abdominal and breathe at any time. And stick your tongue out at any time to release tension if you feel it. And give it a sound. If feelings and emotions coming up, specifically anger in here, that's good. And you might have even some resistance against that anger. Just give it a sound. And if it's getting too intense in that position, move a little bit further up at one point, whenever you feel right and comfortable. That depends on the strength in your body, what is individually different. Sighing and sounding is always beneficial to release. But we want to bring that tension on your muscles, on your nervous system. This intensity of muscle activation related to the psoas muscle. Just allow your body in this position already to do what your body want to do. Move a little bit further up if it's too intense in that position. Just allow, feel, sense. Shake your arms if you feel like. And if it starts shaking and vibrating already, just allow it, welcome it. This shaking is very important later on to activate your psoas muscle, sending these impulses to your brainstem. And then come slowly in a standing position. And bend over forwards. Your knees are banded. And let your body weight, your arms and your head do this work, and lift up your heels just a little bit from the ground. We stay here as well for 4 minutes. And breathe deeply into your pelvis, through your pelvis. So when you inhale, you expand all the way down in your lower body. In this case, is further up. And let it shake you already. Deep inhale And at any time you need to make a sound when you exhale, just allow. You might come in connection with some resistance here, and you just might want to stop. You might come in connection with some anger here, or with some self-judgments or other feelings. Welcome them and stay in that position. This is a good challenge to put into your body, and the deeper you allow yourself to feel here, the more benefits you will have later in the release exercise. So this is a build-up, and that is the second last. And you're doing great. I know how it feels. I've done that exercise many hundred times. And again, make sure that your heels are slightly off the ground so that your body weight is just on the front side of your feet, and your hands and arms just keeping balance, that you don't fall over. Continue deep breath. Few more moments. Doing great. When it starts shaking, just allow, welcome it. It's not weakness, it's not fear, there's nothing wrong, nothing is broken or needs to be fixed. It's just getting that muscle shaking to sending these impulses to your brainstem to get the neurogenetic tremors going, and then slowly come up in a standing position, vertebra by vertebra. Don't rush here. And if you're getting dizzy, make sure that your knee down, so make sure you don't fall. And then in this position, come in a lay down position on your back, and bring your knees up and your feet towards your buttocks half the way. And then make sure that your trousers, your pants in your size are not holding the stretch of your knees, and your feet touching flat in that position. And we stay here as well for about 3 to 4 minutes. And just rest and relax in that stretch of your inner thighs, where the weight of your knees is taking that stretch. Deep inhale. And exhale. And just feel that stretch there in your thighs. few more seconds, just laying there, feeling that stretch. And then lift up your buttocks from the ground like a fist high, and your body weight is on your feet and on your upper back, while your knees are wide open and stretching your inner thighs. And breathe deeply in your lower abdominal. And you feel that shivering and shaking and vibrating already in your body, holding that position. That's good. We're just bringing this tension and compression to your psoas muscle, holding that position. So this is a perfect preparation for the release after this exercise. This is the last exercise before we're going into the shaking by itself. And just relax as many muscles as you possibly can, so you don't need to tighten up your entire body there. You can just play with your muscles and feel how much you can let go of other muscle groups. And the vibration and the shaking is very beneficial and supportive. And I know it's a pretty intense holding position. And at any time, if you can't hold it anymore, just bring it down for just a moment and then lift it up again. It depends on your physical strength. Lift it up for a moment and then bring it up again. And just breathe, and at any time if you need to make a sound or a sign, just go for it. Some feelings and emotions coming up, perfect. Just allow, welcome them. They belong to you. Just hold it a little bit longer, and again, if you need to bring it down and lift it up again. Four minutes can feel extremely long. I know that one. I encourage you to just be in your strength and being in your capability of activating this release in a little bit. And then in this position, just opening up your legs again and lay there for about just a minute in that state of relaxation and expansion with your legs spread wide open. So the stretch in your inner thighs by the weight of your knees for just a minute or so. deep sigh when you exhale, and then lift up your knees just a tiny little bit off the ground, maybe 5 centimeters, and just stay there and just hold it. And you feel this internal shaking and vibration, and just breathe deeply in your abdominal, like you making a bowl in your belly. When you inhale, expand, and when you exhale, just relax. And hold your knees in that position for a few more seconds. And then lift your knee another 5 to 10 centimeters further up. Just a little bit, 5, that's it. And just let it shake right there. And you feel already this vibration. It feels like an earthquake under your pelvis, in your legs, in your body, in your psoas muscle. And just welcome that vibration. And then close your knees another 5 to 10 centimeters. That far that you can put your feet flat on the ground next to another, and your knees stay in that position while you put your feet flat on the ground. And then close your knees 5 to 10 centimeters more, just a little bit, that you find a position where you can lay for the next 20 minutes or so. And there's nothing to do here, nowhere to go. You just lay there and relax, and put your hand together under your head, like you're laying somewhere at the beach or on the grass. But that's as well important under your head. This is where the brainstem lays. There are some release points, and when they're getting touched, they're helping, supporting your body to go into the vibration, into the shaking. And breathe as deep as you desire in your lower abdominal, in your belly. And it takes about 2, 3, 4 minutes sometimes till the first impulses start. If it doesn't start, you doing it the first time. Some people need 2, 3, 4 sessions of this, that it starts vibrating, and here you can see on my lower body and on my legs that the impulse is slowly coming in. So I have no story or emotional history attached anymore. The vibrating is still very beneficial to my body. It's just a natural part of being alive that we build up tension. You see there on the right side that book that I have published called Orgasmic Blueprint, where I am, as a sexual educator, talk about this dynamics, this vibration, this shaking. And there are some stories in that book related to how in my life I had the benefits of that exercise, and that there are many women doing this exercise actually recognizing that this is a pre-orgasmic experience. So it's well described in the book. If you're interested, you will get it on Amazon, and there's as well a link in the video description where you can get it online. And just stay in that position, and the impulses of release will just come naturally, as you see. Just let it vibrate and shake. It doesn't look that much from the outside, but when you're in that position, it feels like an earthquake. So if you have any story attached, feelings attached, visuals attached, memories attached, just allow them to come up. Welcome them. It's all part of being alive, being human, being a mammal. So this is a built-in mechanism to release that we all have as humans, because we are biologically mammals. So we have the same nervous system function and the same brainstem activity. And when we talk about biohacking here, it's the conscious choice of using this mechanism to release tension and stress out of the body. And if you're having a very stressful day-to-day life, this in the evening makes you relax and you sleep like a baby. You don't need to have any trauma history to practice that exercise. It's a great opportunity to practice surrender to yourself, to allow, to welcome what is in your body. Just let it shake you. And then if you feel like putting your arms in a holding position like that, it might benefit as well the deeper shaking and vibration. So play here with the sweet spots without interfering in the position of your legs too much. And this vibration, this shaking, can ripple through your entire body and releases tension where it's the most. On a short side note, this exercise is part of an 11-day Dearmouring training where we practice that in the morning next to breathing, to body work, to consent, to communication, physical touch, and releasing body armor that we all carry to some degree. So if you would like to have the benefit getting all armor of your body in an 11-day guided professional training with 3 amazing facilitators, where I'm one of them. That's a little bit bragging, but that's okay. Then follow that link in the description of that video that guides you straight to the Dearmouring webpage, where you can get more information what Dearmouring is and how it can benefit you. And I would love to welcome you there. Sometimes the spine starts convulsing. The jaw kind of shiver, the head can move, the arms, the hands. So there are different areas of the body that release of tension can be released. Again, allow yourself to feel, to sense, to welcome that. There's nothing to work out here. It feels a little bit scary when something involuntary starts to vibrate and to shake. It's all right. It belongs to you. We have all learned to not to use that. So as humans, we have been conditioned away from this inbuilt mechanism. It's labeled as weakness and it's inappropriate to shake. And there are only 2 species on the earth who have forgotten to use that And these are two species who are not connected with nature anymore. And one of them are zoo animals, and one of them are humans. So this is a deep reconnection of your body into the grid of nature, if you want to say so. So this internal mechanism frees you up. It's not freezing you up, it sets you free. And then at any point, if you feel like to place your hand somewhere on your body where you can benefit from that, just put your hands there. And you might want to give your body somewhere where you feel like a touch, or just to feel it. And let it still shake you. And if you need to make a sigh, exhale, or if you need to stick your tongue out, so whatever your body's impulses are, as long as you stay in that position, just trust it. And just allow your body to have this little holiday of release. And at this point, if you feel like to give your body some acknowledgement or even gratitude or even some love for this mechanism, so that trauma and tension belongs to us. This is where we grow, where we thrive deeper, releasing stuff and learning. And that there is an counter mechanism built in our body that belongs to you, so that you can take benefit of this release mechanism, get rid of stress, of tension, of holding patterns. There's no reason to run tight through life. All in there, and you have access to it. It belongs to you. It's not a magic trick. It's nature. Whatever the vibration, the shaking wants to do in your body, just let it happen. Nothing to perform. Nothing to prove, nothing to push, just to be and release. And again, if some stories, history, traumas, feelings, emotions come up, anger, sadness, or deep grief and pain, just welcome it, just allow it. This depends on your individual history. And if you feel like at any point you had enough, or if you want to stay a few more minutes longer, that's good too. But if you had enough, you just close your knees all the way and straighten your legs. And just lay there. And if you still stay with your knees open, just let it shake you a little bit longer. So you can practice this exercise weekly basis or every other week or once a month. In the beginning you might feel very inspired, I want to do that daily or every other day. Go for it and trust your body's impulses. Again, there's nothing to push or to force here. So it's just the opposite. It's a welcoming invitation for your body to release. If your knees are not closed yet, close them all the way. Straighten your legs and bring your toes towards your nose and stretch them away 2-3 times. And then just get heavy. And we stay here for about 10 minutes or so in the integration time, and please remember, this integration is important. It's nothing to run away from or to rush. Give your body that benefit for the next 10 minutes too. Just getting heavy. With every exhale, get a little bit more heavy and sink into the ground. So the ground will hold you. And slowly roll over to your right side or left side. And if you need, put a blanket over your body and use that cushion to get really comfortable just for a moment. Still some convulsions happening. That's just natural. Just allow your body to be. And for the next 5 minutes, just to sink deeper into your relaxation. And if you feel like you're napping away, that's totally fine. Trust your body. So welcome back on the other side. I hope you had an amazing experience. I do this exercise as often as I can. And sometimes, just when I have a stressful event in my life, I just practice it. And it's extremely beneficial. So please like and subscribe, write your experience in the comments below, and share that video with as many people as you like or as you want, so that this benefit of the trauma release, stress release can be shared around the world, so that this is something that we can give further. I offer that exercise as well in an online session. So if you would like to have the experience in a guided form, there is a link as well in the video description where you can just book a 90-minute session with me and have the experience guided in if you feel more comfortable doing that with a professional. That said, I would love to see you in one of the other videos that comes up here and there, and have a wonderful day, and see you somewhere in life.